Hello, my name is Paul Smits from Linssen Yachts, and today we will take a look at the electric systems of our 50 and 55 foot boats and how to operate them. Our 50 and 55 foot yachts have three electric systems. A 12 volt system, your domestic system, for lights and pumps. Our 230 volt system for your kitchen equipment, like an oven and a dishwasher. And an 800 volt system for your boat thruster and stern thruster. We are now in the engine room, and on starboard side we see our so-called battery module. In the battery module, first of all, we see all the batteries. We have two starter batteries to start the two engines and the generator. Then we have a service battery for the electric anchor winch, for the Variotop, for the electric baiting platform, and for the optional mooring winches. And then we have the domestic batteries for all the 12 volt other users in the boat, like your lights and fresh water pump, toilets and so on. All the batteries of course need to be charged, and when we are connected to the shore power or when the generator is running, this big battery charger over here will charge all five of the domestic batteries. We have a little battery charger up here, the small one, and that one will charge the other three batteries. Of course, when we are cruising, the alternators of the boat's engines will charge all the batteries. This boat is equipped with solar panels, and the solar panel charger is up here, and it also has its own automatic fuse up there. The rest of the fuses are up here, and these are the fuses for all the rest of the 12 volt users. Then we have the main switches, and when we just look at them, the first main switch is the main switch for the port engine and the generator. The second main switch is the main switch for the electric anchor winch. Main switch number 3 is not in use, and main switch number 4 is the main switch for the Variotop, for the hydraulic baiting platform and for the optional mooring winches. And the last, number 5 main switch, is the main switch for the starboard engine. All the main switches normally should be switched on. Only during winter storage we advise to switch them off, so that all the users are disconnected with all your batteries. The whole explanation of the main switches and main fuses, you will find them here on these two pages, but you also will find it back on the tablet, which will be delivered to your boat. What we see here is our ICCESS switch system with the switch panels on your steering position and in the saloon. You will switch on and off all systems down here in this, closet. All the 12 volt fuses are in here, and when one of your devices breaks down, you can see on this page which fuse belongs to this device, and you can see where to find this fuse. Do I need to find the fuse up here? Do I need to look it up here, there or there? What we further see is all the 230 volt automatic trip switches and also the earth leak fuses. It's a little bit the same as the system you have at home. So these are there for your electric cooker, for your washer dryer and for your dishwasher, for example. Here we see our Lipcon steering system. This Lipcon system is for the hotel function and the cruising function of the boat, and also for the boat thruster and stern thruster. Boat thruster and stern thruster are both 400 volt, and we also see the automatic fuses for bow and stern thruster in this locker. The domestic batteries are protected against deep discharge. First, you will get an alarm when we only have 30% in the batteries, and at 20% the whole system will shut down. This means that, for example, your lights in your saloon also will go out. To switch the system back on, you can flip the switch in this locker. You see this little yellow switch. If you push it, then you switch the system on again. The domestic batteries have shut down because of the 20% battery capacity we still had. They need to be charged. The best thing to do is start your engines, and both engines will charge your batteries. After about 10 minutes you will have enough power in your batteries, and then your battery charger will take over, but of course you need to be connected to shore power. On this panel we can see what's happening with our shore power and what's happening with our domestic batteries. Now, for example, we see that shore power is coming in. On the blue part, that's my battery charger and inverter. Battery charger is charging my batteries, and we see that the batteries now are at 100% full. We also can see here that we are using a little bit of 12 volt because we have switched on the lights. Since this boat has also solar panels, in this corner, the yellow part will show us how much power the solar panels will deliver. Like I said, batteries are 100% full. The moment that we disconnect shore power and we are not cruising, we will use power from our domestic batteries. And we will see that the 100% is going down slowly, so we're using power from the batteries. At 30%, the system will warn me that we only have 30% left in the batteries, and if I don't do anything at 20%, the whole system will shut down. Another feature what I have here is, when I swipe to the next page, we will see that we can adjust the shore power. A lot of harbors have 16 amps, so that's okay, but you see also that several harbors have, for example, only 10 amps. The moment that I know that the harbor only has 10 amps, I tap here and I adjust from 16 to 10. Now we are at 10 and I need to accept it. Now the system is switched to 10 amps, and for example, when I'm switching on my water cooker or my coffee machine and I would normally use more than 10 amps, your shore power fuse would trip. Now in this case, the system knows that we can use 10 amps shore power and that we have 6 amps less. So then automatically the inverter will kick in. It will use 12 volt for my domestic batteries, transform it up to 230 volt. So then at the end, the whole system just keeps on running. And a very important thing is that the AC modus always is on the modus on. When it is switched on, then the battery charger automatically will kick in the moment that we have shore power or when we have generator power. And when we don't have generator power or shore power, or we're just cruising, then the inverter also will kick in and will deliver 230 volt to all the sockets. At that moment, the inverter will not be connected to your kitchen equipment, so you never can empty your batteries by using your oven, because your oven just won't work on the inverter. We now have 16 amps shore power, but that still is not enough to use all your kitchen equipment. When I want to switch on my oven and my 4-plate cooker, then I use more than 16 amps. At home you can switch on all your kitchen equipment, but you have several of more times 16 amps power coming in. At the boat you only have 1 times 16 amps which is coming in. So when I really want to use, when you need to have more power, I need to start my generator in the so-called hotel function. To start the generator, I simply push the green button and the generator automatically will start up. We're still connected to the shore power, but the generator will disconnect the shore power automatically, so I don't need to disconnect the shore power myself. That will be done automatically by the generator. Now on the panel we see that shore power is gone, and we will see within a few moments that the power from the generator will come back, and that also the battery charger automatically will start to charge the batteries. Now we see generator power is there, battery charger is charging the batteries already. Your kitchen equipment still is not working because the system is still thinking what to do exactly, so that will take less than 5 minutes before you can use your kitchen equipment. Moet ik de tekst even kwijt. Nou, dat was eigenlijk alles. The moment, so you can run your generator during cruising. So you also can use your kitchen equipment during cruising. The moment that the skipper needs to have all the generator power in his cruising function to use, for example, the bow and stern thruster, he can simply push the button at the steering position, and then all the equipment which is running over the hotel function automatically will be shut down, and all the power will be used for bow and stern thruster. The moment that the skipper doesn't need the bow and stern thruster anymore, he will push the button and automatically the system will switch over to hotel function and your kitchen equipment will start up again. We will take a look later at the steering position, how to switch on and off the cruising function and the hotel function. When I need my bow and stern thruster during cruising, the only thing I need to do is push the green button. The system now automatically will switch off the hotel function. It will switch off my kitchen equipment so that all the power will come up to the bow and stern thruster. The light is on and now I can use my bow and stern thruster. And when I don't need them anymore, I just simply push the red button and now the system automatically switches from cruising function back to hotel function and my kitchen equipment will work again. When I need my bow and stern thruster during cruising and the generator is not running because of the hotel function, I need to start my generator by pushing the green button here on my steering position. The generator will start up automatically. The little light is flashing and the moment that the light stops flashing, my bow and stern thruster will work. You see now the light still is flashing and now it stops, so now bow and stern thruster are there, so I can use them. When I don't need my bow and stern thruster anymore, I can switch the bow and stern thruster off by pushing the red button. When I forget to switch it off, the generator automatically will stop 15 minutes after I have used the bow and stern thruster for the last time. Now I'm just switching it off manual. I push the red button once and the generator stops automatically. These boats are equipped with a central heating system. The central heater will use diesel fuel from your diesel tank really to heat up, and it is using 12 volt for the pump to pump the fluid. So it is really a fluid filled system. The fluid is up to minus 25 degrees, okay, so it won't freeze. In every compartment of the boat or every cabin you will find a thermostatic tab where you can adjust the temperature. To switch on the heating, I just push the button here and the heating automatically will switch itself on and I can adjust the temperature with the thermostatic knobs. We have equipped these yachts with 2 shore power connections. The boats also will be delivered with 2 shore power cables. One shore power connection is for the 230 volt for the ship, so for all your sockets, for your kitchen equipment and for your battery chargers. The other shore power connection is just for your air conditioning. So you have 2 times 16 amps in to run the whole system. When the boat is equipped with climate control, I need to switch on the climate control here on the main panel by just pushing this button in the left corner. Now the main climate control will start automatically. What can happen is that you see a warning sign up here. It doesn't mean that you have a problem, but the warning sign just tells us that the cooling water temperature of the climate control still is not reached. The moment that the cooling water temperature is low enough that it really can cool, the warning sign automatically will go off. And then the next step is switch on and set the temperature in the several cabins on board. I switched on the main system. Now I can switch on here in the saloon, for example, the air conditioning by pushing in the left corner. We will see that now the measured temperature of the saloon is 21 degrees. When I push it, I can set the temperature in the temperature I want to have. So I just go down, let's say 17 degrees. Now you hear the system automatically starts up. The ventilator of the fan is now running automatically, so it will run on its maximum, and the moment that we reach the temperature, it automatically will go down by itself. If I don't want to do that, I can also regulate it down by hand by pushing this ventilator knob, and then by pushing the minus I can regulate the fan speed. I can use the climate control also to heat. Heating is only possible when the outside water temperature, the cooling water temperature, is high enough. It needs to be at least 12 degrees. Below 12 degrees I can't heat anymore. To put the climate control the climate control into the heat modus, I push Webasto, and then I go into the operating mode menu. I can choose between F1 cooling or F2 heating. I choose heating, I go back, and now we see that it is coloring red, and now the climate control is switched into its heating mode. When the climate control is running on its maximum, it will use approximately 21 amps. That will be a little bit too much for a normal 60 amp shore power connection. I can lower the power which is used by the air conditioning system by pushing Webasto. I'm going into the Eco menu, and here we see that I can choose Eco off, so then it will use approximately 21 amps. I can go in Eco 1, then the air conditioning will use approximately 12 amps, and I can go into Eco 2, then the system will use approximately 8 amps. Of course, when I'm reducing the power which is gone to the air conditioning, then of course it will take a little bit longer before your boat is completely cooled down. As an option, we can fit out these boats with electric seacocks. By pushing by one push on the button, I can close all the seacocks, or I can open them up. When I want to close them, I push and hold the button. The light will flash, and the moment that all the seacocks are closed, the light will stop flashing. When I want to open up the seacocks, I push and hold the button again. The light will start to flash again, and when the last seacock is completely open, the light will stop flashing. The flashing light will tell me if really all the seacocks are open or closed. The boat is equipped with a hot water calorifier. I can heat the water with an immersion heater, which runs on 230 volt, shore power or generator power. To switch it on, I just push the button, and then the water will be heated up. During cruising, the boiler is connected to the starboard engine. When the starboard engine is hot, you also will have hot water in your boiler. This was it for today. I hope it was of interest for you. Thank you very much for watching us, and see you next time.